My name is Daria. I moved to Pakistan from Russia 1.5 years ago for a very good reason. I got married here and now I call Karachi my second home. And here in Pakistan, people mostly know me as a content creator. In Russia, people mostly know me as a project manager. For the last 11 years, I've been working in tech companies. And if you know anything about project management, then you already know something about me. I like things to be according to the strict timeline. I like checklists. I like organized calendars. And moving to Karachi with this mentality was quite a challenge for me. And obviously, today we're talking about chaos. And chaos was the first word on my mind as soon as I landed in Pakistan for the first time. And the first thing you see when you land in a new country is the traffic. And I don't have to explain Karachi traffic to you. You already know it very well. But it gives you some hints as a foreigner of how some things are working here. And I remember sitting in the car and thinking, how does this not end in disaster every 5 minutes? Because I used to drive in Moscow, and there, even a minor fender bender would stop the traffic. 2 cars with a small scratch. Drivers pull over, get out, take out the documents, waiting for the traffic inspectors, because the rules say you stop and you follow the procedure. So yeah, watching the traffic here, I have noticed something interesting. One rule is working, driving in Karachi, and that rule is imagine that everyone except you is blind. So I felt kind of helpless, and to be very honest, I felt a little bit snobbish in a way when you come from somewhere and you know how things should work, but that feeling didn't last long, and coming to a new country with your old mentality is not a very good idea. So I started observing and comparing what is the culture here to where I come from. So how are things working in Russia? How do we see chaos there? In Russia, we like things to be structured, predictable, documented, with a plan A, plan B, and if you're very responsible, a plan C. And we treat chaos as a malfunction. We need to get rid of it as soon as possible. It's an error in the system, and real life is happening as soon as we get rid of chaos. So it is the platform to create new rules, to invent something new which makes sure that chaos is not happening again, because it's a stress. And watching people here has changed my mental model a little bit, because it fascinated me how people are remarkably energetic while living inside the chaos. They're not waiting for it to end. And people are living multiple lives simultaneously. People are working and having a side business, being students, and inventing new startups, providing for the family, an engineer by day, photographer by night, a student, and a mental support system for the 3 younger siblings at home. This is how people live here. Too many roles, too much responsibility. And as I was absorbing it, I think I eventually picked up the same trend. I came here with a certain plan, a full-time remote job, an organized calendar. And I thought at some point that it would be nice to keep myself with something extra, busy. And I just opened my Instagram. It was not public before I moved here, but I decided to share for those 300 people from Russia who were following me. I decided to share my daily moments, things that made me smile, Shabana memes, all that stuff. And this brought curiosity, and this brought new people to know me. I switched to making content in English. Sorry for my 300 people from Russia. That this thing helped me to explore new things about the city, the culture, meet new people, and actually I'm standing right here because I started making content. And as I was preparing, I was learning about the chaos theory. I'm not that smart to explain that to you, but I just want to show you one interesting video from it. It is originally in Russian, so I had to mute it, but I will explain you what is happening there. So here you can see a few metronomes which are standing on a platform. And they're all moving in different directions. It's a chaos here. And as the platform is moving, the platform is slowly bringing them to move simultaneously. This is such a beautiful thing for me to observe. Things were chaotic, and now they are in order. What a pleasure. But in real life, it doesn't always happen like that. So what if life still feels chaotic? At this point, I would like to introduce you to the book. It is called Anti-Fragile: Things That Gain from Disorder. Has anyone heard of this book before? I'm really happy because I wanted to tell you something new. Yeah, so the author of this book, Nassim Taleb, he introduces this idea that there are 3 types of things in this world. Type 1 is fragile. Fragile things depend on stability and they break under stress. For example, a porcelain teacup, if I drop it, it's done, khatam. Then it doesn't last long. As soon as it meets the stress, this thing is over. Second type, robust things. These things resist stress. And for example, if we hit a rock, nothing happens to a rock. It is robust. But the thing about it also is that it doesn't change. It is not flexible. Okay, robust things are good. They can survive the stress. But surviving is the only job they do. They don't evolve. Robust is better than fragile, but this is not where we want to aim. Third type is anti-fragile. So the author of this book, he had to invent this word because he did not come with something else. It's something new. So anti-fragile things, they get stronger because of chaos. I think the natural example is our muscles. How we train our muscles because we are working with something hard. Muscles are growing with stress. Things which are anti-fragile grow with stress. If you remove the stress, they weaken. We are not growing our muscles by resting, right? And when I thought of this word, anti-fragile, I thought that if the author of this book was born in Pakistan, the closest idea he could come with is jugaad. You call it jugaad, right? So desi jugaad, I think the closest thing to idea of anti-fragile. And here's what I can tell here. You are living in the most anti-fragile environment on earth. And I mean it as a compliment. You are already studying, working, navigating expectations from your peers, from your culture, from your family. You are supporting your family, and you are building new skills in the system, which doesn't always make it easy for you. No one can guarantee you success. No one can tell you this is the right path. And we are usually taught to narrow down, to be good at one thing. But if you are just good at one thing, you have one path, but if that path disappears, then you are khatam. This is not the thing to choose, right? And building new skills is training. Every time you adapt to something unexpected, every time you come with some creative solution where the straightforward one was not working, you are building exactly the kind of mind that the future needs. Because the truth is, and as you may see, the world is not becoming more stable. It's becoming more chaotic, and careers are no longer linear. The job you may have in 10 years might not even exist yet. And global events arrive without warning and change everything overnight. Yeah, this slide looks kind of depressing. Let's get over with it. So stability is not the goal anymore. Anti-fragility is the goal. And how do we actually build anti-fragility? I want to introduce 3 practical ideas. The first one is that You stop fighting what you cannot control and start owning what you can. I will give you my own example. When I moved here, I was scheduling the meetings as I used to do it in Moscow. Strict timelines, strong agenda. I would be coming prepared and people would come late. Okay, it's Pakistan, I was not used to that. People come late, sometimes very late. Every time it was happening, I was irritated. I was sitting and waiting and my mood gets spoiled. I was rehearsing my frustration. And being in a bad mood is not something you want if you want the meeting to do well. So the pattern kept repeating, and I was coming on time, and people would come late. So what should I do? Instead of asking, why is this happening to me, you can ask, what can this give me? So one simple step, next time I'm coming to the meeting, I'm bringing a book with me, I'm bringing my laptop with me, I'm using this time to do something useful, to reply to the messages, to check my calendar. So I treat this time not as wasted time, but as gifted time. Step 2 is you don't have to limit yourself to one identity. So, as I've said, if you choose in one path, you are fragile. If you have an opportunity to learn a new skill, then do it. Okay, you might spend some time for it, but as in my example, if I started doing social media, it helped me a lot. Or when I was much younger, in my high school, I was learning English and German. Oh, I hated learning German. It was such a waste of time for me. I thought, everyone is speaking English, why do I learn German? But eventually, learning German helped me be hired to my first tech job. So my education is, I was an entrepreneur. I'm not a tech specialist by my education, but it got me into a tech company, and that defined the next 11 years of my career, simply because in high school I was learning German. I would never imagine that. So when you explore multiple sides of yourself, you create options, and those options are like roots. And the more roots you have, the harder you are to knock out. You don't know how strong you are. So the most resilient people, they carry multiple roles. And as I see this in Pakistan, you are already good at that. The third step is design your life so that the potential gains are more than potential losses. What I mean by that is, if there is a person who intimidates you slightly and you are scared to talk to them, do it. The maximum what can happen, it can be awkward, but nothing bad will happen. If you are hesitating to start a social media account, just try. You don't know where it can lead you. Mine led me here. And if chaos is unavoidable, the smartest move is to position yourself so that uncertainty can help you more than it can hurt you. Learning new skills can be an unexpected advantage in your life. Take small bets, lots of them, and I can say that the hardest thing in that is to start before you're ready, to do something before you're ready, as if you are scared, but you're doing it anyway while being scared. I started giving the examples of how chaos is treated in my culture. And there is something good about that too, obviously. I still believe that structure matters, that plans matter, and I believe that you can use the uncertainty to create a new normal. It is normal to first take care of my education and career and then start a family. It is normal to first take care of my own goals and then answer the expectations of other people. It is normal to choose my partner based on mutual care and respect, etc., etc. You choose which normal to create. And I'm wishing this courage to all of us. Don't wait for the chaos to settle, because what you build inside the chaos will define everything what comes next. Thank you.